Alright. Check out this park real quick. See if this will work for the reunion. This one's called Liberty Park. Right, as you can see through those trees, they got a playground. They got volleyball courts in the sand over there. And then over here, we got an area there that I'll be getting closer to so you guys can check it out. Alright, we're at Liberty Park. First location here available is called the North Shelter. This one holds up to about 100 people. They also have areas to play volleyball that has to be rented. Grass field on that side has to be rented also?
No.
Okay.
It can be walk-on if there's no one playing on the sand volleyball court.
Okay. All grass areas is common ground, so it's first come, first serve. We're able to use this area with no problem. Now, we're not able to put any kind of tarps or anything to cover sides here. They do have tables already set and a couple counters here for food, 2 tables, and then little place to throw your coal here. Alright, this section is only rentable for 6 hours. 6 hours. We can have catering and we can have taco people or whatever we decide to hire for food. Alright, this section is called Camp Liberty. This one holds up to 250 people. If we hire any kind of catering or cooking, anyone of that nature has to be outside the gate, possibly against the wall on this side. They do have their own private restrooms, which is cool. And are we going inside?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay. We're going inside.
The bathrooms, other people are still able to use it, but
That's fine.
it's technically still mostly
Right. This is nice and big.
Yeah.
Okay guys, this one is very nice also, but this is only 6-hour rental also. So I mean, we can set up, cook, do our thing here during eating, and then after that we're pretty much got to be outside, out of here, packed up and out, right? Packed up, cleaned, and out of here within 6 hours. Lots of tables here for food layout, some grills, looks like some sink area, and more countertop. All right, lots and lots of room. All right, are we allowed music or DJs or anything of that type?
Just the radio, iPod for background music. We don't want any stereos or amplified sound.
Okay. All right, got a little stage there for a little performance area, which I'm sure we have some people that are going to do that. All right, what's in that area?
Oh, that one's just,
That's not part of it? Okay. All right, this grass area right outside the gate is not technically for us to use, because they actually use this for frisbee golf. So all right, so she's gonna tell us a little bit about the fees.
Okay, so this is for the Camp Liberty. It's a $200 fee for 6 hours and a $100 deposit. And then for the North Shelter, it's a $100 fee and a $100 deposit.
Okay, and then any other fee as far as the rentals for the volleyball court? You know what they go for?
There's no fee for that.
No, just reserve.
Yes.
All right, kids playground. Anything closed up there for the parties, or
No,
we good?
it's all free.
All right, if we decide to set up a tarp outside this area, since we got to be out of here, it's within 6 hours. If we set up a tarp area somewhere out on the grass, is that allowed?
Yeah, you can have up to like a canopy, 10 by 10 canopy, no like closed sides or anything. And then you can have about 1 or 2 tables for food. And then the chairs have to be around picnic style, not like rented chairs. Just
Okay.
like lawn chairs and like blankets.
Got it.
And picnic style.
And only one tarp allowed? Or because I know it's a size thing, but are we allowed to have 2, 3, 4 tarps out there?
No, the most I believe you can have is 2.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put you. All right. So continuing on this little adventure here, this base softball diamond is something we can reserve, and there is no fee. Right? There is no fee. And is there a time limit?
1 hour and 30 minutes.
So we're only allowed to reserve it for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So if we do reserve it, the good thing about it is the outfield here, which is all grass area, we can use it for games. Volleyball? No, because we'll already have that. Okay. So for regular family games, we can use their outfield. So that's something to think about, and there is no fee for this, so that's a very good thing. All right, we're now going inside this building, and apparently they do private room rental here also, so we're going to check this out. Very good. On this part, how many hours are you able to rent this?
There's not technically any hours, it's just the time.
Okay. Between what and what hours?
So in August, it was at 8 p.m. on Saturdays, which means you can have it up to 8 p.m., but...
Okay, so according to her, she says we can rent this room starting at 10 a.m. and they shut it down at 8. But if we go after 8, they will allow us to stay up until 12, but there are fees that will kick in, which is after hour fees. It also has a patio. All right. Are we able to set up chairs and tables out here? All right. So it's a pretty good sized area. It's gated, closed. All right. All right. So what did you say it costs for this area again?
It's a $500 refundable deposit, $60 per hour. The after-hour fees are an additional $45 on top of the $50, and then there's liability insurance fee that ranges from $80 to $120.
Okay, and that's based on how many people are here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And you guys also supply tables and chairs?
Yes. 13 rounds, which is usually seating tables, 8 chairs to each round, and then 4 rectangles.
Cool. This might work out. All right. All right. On top of that, she just told me something else I didn't know, which is pretty cool. So we actually get this kitchen along with the rental of that room. So microwave. Oh, pretty good sized refrigerators. Oh, somebody's food's already there. Okay. Freezer space. So that's pretty cool. Microwave. Oh, we get the ice machine. All right. This, I don't know, this looks pretty cool. And then this thing slides up.
Yeah.
And what's behind that door? That's the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, a little bit more good news. If we decide to make our video and we bring our own projector, they actually have a screen here that we are allowed to use that she's going to be showing us. So this is pretty cool. All right, and so basically it's going to be $60 an hour up until 8 o'clock, and I can start renting this place starting 10 o'clock in the morning. After 8 o'clock, it jumps up to after hours fees, which is be 60 plus
45.
an extra 45, and then we can stay here till midnight. After 8 o'clock, is that when you guys close?
Yes.
Okay. After 8 o'clock, when they close, we are allowed to have music, dancing, etc. in here. It's just before 8 o'clock, they don't allow any DJ music or loud music because they're running a business here still. So we can have a stereo in here, just not really amplified music. So we can have somewhat of music until 8 o'clock. For some reason, if we decide, we want to bring up some of our wheelchairs up on stage, they actually have a little, I don't know what they call it, elevator for wheelchairs to come up on the stage. So that's pretty cool. A little extra. Alright, so if we do rent this, the restrooms we'll be using are actually indoors. Which is also pretty clean, I'm sure, since it's indoors versus the ones outdoors. Alright, so restrooms are just down the hall. Easy access. Alright, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Bianca.
Bianca. Alright, Bianca here just gave me more good news, which is pretty cool. So check this out, guys. If we rent that room, this will also be okay for us to use, although other kids might be in here playing. Basically a little kids playroom. So for all the youngsters, computers too? Or is that for staff? Okay, computers are not working, so no Facebook or anything like that for you guys. But anyway, they do have a little playroom for kids to play with some toys and hang out in here, which is all closed up and safe. So that's pretty cool. So one thing she's gonna go ask for us also, while they're playing in here, there is a TV here with some outlets. She's gonna find out I do have a small little portable DVD player I can bring while the kids are in here, pop in a Toy Story or whatever kind of cartoon or movie that they would like to watch, and they can hang out in here. All right, so Bianca just gave us one more surprise here. This beautiful gym here is something we cannot use, but I thought I'd just mess with you guys. All right, and this is what they call the Liberty Lounge area. So if you guys get a little tired or what have you, this is a place where you guys can come and just relax, sit down if you're tired. Probably the elders would hang out in here. Nice and comfortable, good AC, and they got a TV here as well. So it's pretty cool. And there's no fees to use all these extras that I've been showing you guys. All right, so that is a pretty cool deal. A lot cheaper than Dana Point, and a lot more stuff we can use without the extra fees. The only catch here is we need the person who's renting either section that we decide to use, if we decide to use this park, has to be a resident of Cerritos. I do have one friend that lives in Cerritos, so he's willing to put his name on that facility there. The only problem is the softball field. We need to find 2 more people so we can actually reserve it for 3 hours instead of an hour and a half. It has to be 1 per household, one house, 1 resident for each hour and a half. All right, this is another cool option here. This playground, it's all rubber bottom, so it's nice and safe for the kids. I didn't ask about the tennis courts, but I can go back in there and ask. Rubber track around here, and then you got the volleyball court. All right, so the volleyball court, it's probably better we reserve it. That way we don't have to, fight over an actual court, and they don't charge for it, so that's cool. If we don't reserve it in time, it's basically first come first serve on that as well. We also have this, people use this courts for either using it with the paddle, or some people use that other sport, I forgot what they call it, but it's basically like tennis except you're kicking the ball over the net. So this is another area that we can use. Oh, one more little treat for the young ones. This green ring coming up here operates, I believe, from She said 12 to 4, I think she said. But basically what this place does is, this is a water area. So this round ring shoots water. The kids will run through there and get wet. They have this little thing here, I guess, that they press to get wet. And they get to mess around here and get wet, basically. Alright, so, man, this is going to be a good park, I think. Either section you guys want to do it would work really, really good. I do like the indoor facility because it's private. It's going to be in August. It's probably going to be hot. So we'll be having that air conditioner inside. We still can come outside, do our games and everything. And it really doesn't cost any more than Dana Point would have. So that would have been a good thing. Lots of handicap parking here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 looks like. 7 on this side, right? And there is no alcohol allowed. There is no permit on this park for alcohol, so don't have to worry about that expense.